Meet the Realme C61, the senior brother of the Realme Note 50 we recently reviewed. Now, although the C61 is still an entry-level smartphone from Realme, the manufacturers of this phone boast of how strong and how durable this phone is. Now, judging from what we got from the Realme Note 50, which is even a lower version of this device, let us see what Realme has cooked with the C61. Starting off with what comes in the box, you get all the necessary accessories that makes using this device easy, including the charging brick and cable, a TPU case for protection, manuals, and a SIM ejector tool. Recently, we started seeing that instead of manufacturers giving guarantee to the device itself, we are now getting things like the battery life guarantee, lag-free guarantee, and all of that. But that is not the case with this device. With the Realme C61, you get 2 years guarantee for the device itself, 40 months battery health guarantee, and 4 years of lag-free guarantee. Whoa, that is quite a lot, but that is just what we get in the books, right? What about real life? Now, talking about the physical durability of this device, just like in the Note 50, Realme mentioned that the drop resistance of the C61 is so strong that even Realme themselves, in the launch of this device, tied the device to a punching bag for people to try and break. Although I wasn't there to see if anybody was able to break this device at the end of the day. But what I do know is that I've seen a lot of creators put the C61 into rigorous tests, like driving a truck on top of it, hitting it and trying to use it to break a building brick, and all of those kind of tests. And to my greatest surprise, it actually survived. You also get an IP54 rating for splash and dust resistance, not swimming pool resistance, although it is accompanied with the rainwater smart technology, and that means that even while the device or your hands are wet and greasy, the display of this device still responds as if it were normal. So that kind of makes sense. Now, before we get into the next part of this review, if I was asked to give my very honest and very sincere thoughts about the Realme devices, at least out of the two I have reviewed so far, then I would say that the only selling point that Realme has in the market right now is their durability, the ability for their devices to be able to stand the stress test, be durable, and stand all of the rigorous tests that is put to it without breaking. Now, take away durability out of Realme, then you have absolutely nothing to consider. And this is no shit at all. It is actually a good ground, because if they try to improve on other features like other brands and balance up with their durability, then I can assure you that this device would definitely top chart. In fact, I even think that Samsung should consider going to Realme for durability classes. What do you think? This device is 7.8mm thick in size and weighs around 190 grams, and you get a single down firing speaker, which is not the best out there, and I know Realme can do better. The fingerprint sensor is placed on the power button, so it doubles as a scanner to unlock this device. Like the Note 50, the display on the C61 is not very different. You get a 6.7 inches screen size with IPS LCD panel with up to 720p resolution and up to 516 nits of brightness, which is not enough for outdoors on sunny days. So you're likely going to struggle with seeing the screen of this device on sunny days. And you also get up to 90 Hz of refresh rate for responsiveness, which is not the best. And that still goes back to what I said concerning the Realme devices. Realme, this should ring a bell. The cameras on the C61 is slightly improved than what we got on the Note 50. This time, we get up to 50 megapixel main camera, a flicker sensor, and an LED flash that looks like a camera. We also get a 5 megapixel selfie camera. Video recording on the back camera supports up to 1080 at 30 frames per second max, while the front-facing camera records at 720 at 30 frames per second max. For processor, we still get the same as what we got in the Note 50. The Unisoc T612 12nm processor with Mali G57 GPU, accompanied by 6GB of RAM and 128GB of memory storage, which can be extended courtesy the external SD card slot. The performance on the C61 is not very different from what we got in the previous Note 50. I mean, their processor and most things are almost almost the same. And at this point, if you haven't seen my review on the Note 50, then I'll link it in the description for you to check, of course in few minutes when you're done with this one. The 12nm chip on this device is only enough to carry your basic day-to-day tasks like scrolling through the net, texting, social media, and very light gaming like Candy Crush and a few others. Anything more than that will make the device slow and sluggish and even overheat too, which of course is expected from a 12nm processor, and this will eventually slow down the performance of this device, and you don't want that. So to be able to get the best performance out of this device, then you have to treat it like an entry-level smartphone to get the best of it. With the 5000 mAh battery available in this device, you can get up to a day or more than a day battery life usage, and that is only if you are not spending your entire 24 hours using this device, which I know you won't. This device has one of the poorest charging speed. With the 15 watts available for charging, I don't know what Realme was thinking giving us only 15 watts of charging. I mean, there are other entry-level smartphones that gives up to 18 at least. Not the best, not even the average, but at least it makes sense to the hearing. So a whole 15 watts of charging. Realme, what actually happened? And yeah, I think I forgot to mention that there is a lot of bloatware in this device, but that is not even a deal breaker anymore at this point because we've gotten it in other devices. So at this point, I think we're already used to it. Alright, that is all I have for the Realme C61, and as I said before, take the durability out of this smartphone, then it has absolutely nothing to consider. No shirts at all, as I said before. Again, buy this for your granny, buy this for your high school or your cousin in the high school. They will totally appreciate this device, and of course me too, but that will be only after you've liked this video and support our channel to help us grow. And that being said, until the next one, bye for now.